Overthinker. These are for my ladies or my people who overthink and take things serious. When you overthink things, you take things personally. And when you overtake things personally, you overreact. Like you react extremely on things that not even worth your time or necessary. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining again. Thanks for joining on the live and watching on the replay. If you're watching it on replay right now, thank you so much for always supporting me and stopping by to watch my video. So on today's video, we'll be talking about overthinking. Today's title, it's overthinking and taking things personally, living your life as if everything rotate around you. Every single thing that happened, it's because of you. People treat you bad, it's because of you. You greeted someone, someone did not respond, it's because of you. So we'll be diving deep, giving you some tips on how to deal with you overreacting or overthinking or taking things personally. So before we go, I will say that overthinking or taking things extremely personal makes you to assume things that are not true. Makes you to assume things that are not true. And when you assume things that are not true, because you are assuming because you overthink this stuff and you took the things personally, maybe those things are not able to be taken seriously. Maybe the person make a joke about it or someone say something. You overthink it in your head, rotate it thousands of times, and it makes you start assuming things. And when you assume things, you tend to assume things that are not true, and this can destroy marriages, friendship, opportunities, and even at work. It can cause you a lot of troubles at work, like keeping mileage or avoiding the kind of people because of the things that you assumes in your head. So few ways to handle overthinking and take it personally are, because when you overthink, you overassume things. When you overthink things, you assume things that are not true, and you might even end up regretting these things. Most of us sometimes we overthink things that someone said to us or behavior that happened or something that happened. We overthink the things, and because of that, we'll over assume things. And when you assume these things, 80% of these things that you're assuming are lies. You just keep protecting your head, and because of that, you keep assuming things that maybe people didn't even met, or the behaviors did not even get to that part. You keep assume them, and as time goes on, maybe months later, years later, you tend to understand what happened, the behavior, or what really happened, and you realize that you've just assumed you just assume rubbish, and you believe the lie in your head, and you'll be carrying that lie around you for these years because you assume it with your head, not because you heard the person said it specifically, but because of the behavior or reaction that the person gave you. You've assumed it in your head, and you continue going like that. So on today's video now, like I said before, I'll be giving you few tips on how to deal with overthinking. Well, I can say, like, I'm reading at my book right now, but I can say I can do this topic for straight 1 hour before without stopping, because I've worked on myself. I've dealt with it. Like I've been one big overthinker. I take things extremely personal. When I greet you, don't respond, I take it personal. And it has really affected me, relationship with friends, marriage, a lot of things. And that's why I can do this video, talk and give you how you can deal with it for the straight 1 hour. Because when you overtake things, it's just you automating yourself, you're endangering yourself, or you even causing problems for yourself because you overtake it, you are overthinking things, and you start assuming things that are not even true and believe it. And because of that, you shrink yourself. You don't want to relate with people. You don't want to go hard because people will always trigger you. And when they trigger you, they will make you think unnecessary things. Like I said before, rubbish. Let me say it. Let me say it quietly. If you see me looking up, because I'm doing this video close to my window, and the view right here is so beautiful. That's why you see me looking up sometimes. The view is just so cute. I would have turned the camera, but I don't want to turn the camera. It's just so cute. That's why I keep staring up to see the beautiful mountains beside me or in my front. So one of the tips that I'll be giving you is question your internal narrative. Question your internal narrative. Like, for example, when something trigger you, You pause and ask yourself if your thoughts are accurate or just assumption. So questioning your internal narrative in the sense of, for example, you might be having conversation, excuse me, you might be having a conversation with a group of people, maybe your fiance or your husband or even a friend, family member. You might be having a conversation with this person, and this person might said something, maybe just said something, and the thing might trigger you. So you have to pause yourself and ask, for example, why do I feel triggered? Okay, let me make an example. If, for example, you're having a conversation with someone, or you're asking your husband or friends, what do you think about this dress? Okay, what do you think about this dress that I'm wearing? What do you think? Do you think it's beautiful? And the person look at you and say, I think it's too big. Because, for example, this sweatsuit that I'm wearing right now, it's an oversized. And the person might say, I think it's too big. That is the opinion of that person. And you ask for the opinion of that person. But suddenly within your head, you get triggered in your head and you start thinking, I think this person think I'm too fat. I think this person thinks this dress does not look beautiful on me. I think this person thinks this dress looks horrible on me. I'm ugly. Why did I even ask for the opinion of this person? But mind you, you are the one that asked for the opinion of this person, and this person gave you a clear example or answer because it's big, not because it does not look good on you, but it's the fit of this dress. But you get triggered in your head and you start rotating these words, saying different kind of things, assuming rubbish, even what this person didn't even think about. You start assuming it in your head, rotating it in your head, and when you assume these things, you react. Suddenly you spill out something or react something to say, why would you give me some answer like that? You think I'm ugly or this dress does not look beautiful on me? But not, that was not exactly what that person meant. But you asked for a sincere answer. The person gave you sincere answer, not in the sense to body shame or tell you that the cloth is not looking good on you, but because you kept it in your head, you overthink things. You overthink stuff and take it personal, and you rotate it, and you assume it to be things that this person didn't even mean or even think of even saying, but you've already calculated it, giving yourself the answer, like you've calculated it in your head and you're giving yourself the answer in your head. And when you know that we all see things in our perspective and in our own ways. So that's the one first tips for you to like step back sometimes. When you get something that triggered you, words that trigger you, step back, answer yourself, why is this word triggering me? Why did I get triggered? Why do I want to start assuming stuff that this person didn't really mean? So the second tips that I'll be giving you is consider alternative explanation instead of immediately assuming something is about you. Explore other possible reasons for this person's behavior. Why I'm laughing is that when I read this stuff, it just reflects to me. These are things that I've done before. These are things that I used to do, but I've really worked on myself to understand that no, I'm just taking this thing extremely too much or personal. So let me read again because I think you didn't get it clear. One of the tips to handle overthinking or taking it extremely personal is consider alternative explanations instead of immediately assuming something is about you. The world does not rotate about, like everything does not rotate in your corners. Everything is not about you. That's the one thing that you have to figure out, because that every single thing that happened is not about you. Explore other possible reasons for this person's behavior. Someone, for example, someone behaved bad to you or react to something that you did, even if that thing you didn't even know that will escalate to that moment. Not everything is about you. Some emotions, some people are dealing with their own demons, and some people are dealing with their own issues. Some people might react differently to things that happen, but it's not about you. Stop thinking, because when you start thinking that everything is about you, you're torturing yourself. You're giving yourself internal injury that you're not supposed to do. If, for example, something happened, maybe on the road, some driver overtakes you for no reason, and you take it personal and start assuming stuff to say, maybe it's because I'm not a good driver, maybe it's because I'm too slow in the road, Maybe it's because I'm not driving too fast, or I'm not good enough to drive this. I'm not a good driver. Like I'm not good enough to drive very fast as this person is driving. That's why this person overtake me. You start overthinking it, and you start assuming the rubbish in your head, assuming different type of stuff in your head. But take a pause before assuming this thing. Take a pause to say, what happened? This road is open for everyone. The road is open for everyone. I don't have to be pushed to be driven very fast because I want to compete with other drivers. Number one. Number two, this person overtakes me. Maybe like explain, give other explanation to the behavior of this person or the attitude to this person. Maybe it's because this driver, his wife might be me. Just say it like that. Just like assume it like that. Maybe his wife is at the hospital trying to give birth and he's rushing to the hospital to go meet her wife. Okay. Okay, maybe for example, this driver is pressed, he want to pee, that's why he's driving to get to a perfect place to go pee. That's why it's overtaken. That's why it's rushing to wherever it's rushing to. It's driving very fast. So when you assume it and give this behavior or this attitude another explanation, perfect explanation like this, and you even laugh and you forget about it. When you laugh, you stop taking it personal, and you stop assuming things that are not supposed to be assumed, or thinking things that are not supposed to think about it, or even taking it personal. Because when you take it personal, you're torturing yourself. When you torture yourself like this, you're giving yourself internal injury, which is not good for you. So the next one is ask for clarification. This is very, very important. Like I said before, when you don't ask for clarification, this can destroy marriage. And when it destroys marriage, this is something that we say misunderstanding and miscommunication or misunderstanding, whatever language you want to call it. Someone say you something, this has happened to me perfectly, where I've struggled with this a lot, like almost all my life. I've struggled with this, like someone said something. Instead of me to summon the courage to answer this person, what do you really mean? I muted and I go off, but in my head I keep rotating. Why would this person say something like this to me? Why would this person say behave like this to me? It might just be, it's not about me, and what this person said is not about me. Especially in marriage, I have had a lot of issues in my marriage because of this misunderstanding, because I overthink things. Naturally, I overthink things, and I overtake things personally, and this has really affected my communication in my marriage, even friendship. Because for example, my husband might say something, just very simple something, and the thing will trigger me. And when it trigger me, instead of me coming back to house, what do you mean? Why do you say something like that? Explain to me, so that I can be free from the burden of overthinking this thing or taking it personal. I'll keep mute. I'll just start getting angry for this thing for no reason. Like for weeks, I will be muted. I won't speak with anyone. I won't talk to anyone. I'll just be muted. I'll be upset. Why? Because I'm being upset for something unnecessary, something someone said that I didn't even ask. Why did you say something like that? I will understand that it's not this word that this person said, it's not what I'm assuming. But I'll just go in my own, I will go in my small world, and I'll start overthinking it, and I'll start assuming it in my head. When I assume it in my head, I give myself the answer that this is what this person meant. And maybe later weeks when I'm done or being upset or whatever, and my husband will come and say, this is not what I mean. This is why I said this. But weeks has already gone, has already believed and gave myself the answer, and assume all the necessary rubbish that I can assume to say this is what this person meant. We tend to give answers to people's words in our head. When you overthink, you suddenly give answers to people in our head, not people telling you what they meant. So it's very important when something happens or people react the way they react to you. It's not because they want to react or say something that you've assumed in your head. They have their own meaning to things. People speak their own way and have understanding on the things that they said in their own way. But we should stop giving answers to other people's words or behaviors, because like we all live in our head. We all have our perspective on seeing things. Life does not rotate only in your circle. Everybody sees things in their own way. So when I say something does not mean that I met the thing that you're already assuming in your head, especially when some people are different. There's the kind of people that they don't take things personal, they all live their life freely. But for kind type of people like us that we take things extremely personal, we overthink things, and when we overthink things, we assume things and we give answers to those things already that this person or this behavior does not even meet. And this it's causing, and this give us like this tortures us. It make us to hide back in our own little circle. It make us want to run, to go hide, not to talk to anyone, because someone will say something that will trigger us, and when this person trigger us, we're going to assume and give answers to this whatever this person did. For example, I greeted someone and the person did not answer. Then I start rotating it in my head and assuming things and giving answers to those assumptions. For example, this person did not respond because the person did not like me. This person did not respond because the person hates me. Whatever answer that you want to give, it might just be that maybe it's because this person didn't even hear you. For example, I say something like, even sorry, me and my husband used to have issues with this. I will say something, my husband, like I'll be talking to my husband, he will be looking at me and like, I don't even know what you're saying. I can't even hear you. Why? Because we are looking at each other. It's just even sometimes when I speak, my husband doesn't understand me because our accent is kind of different. We are from the same country, but we are not from the same state, and our accent and the way we talk are different. And sometimes I say things, he's looking at me like, I don't understand. So imagine me greeting somebody outside and the person did not answer. I've took it personally and I rotate it in my head. I give different assumption, and I believe things that are not even true. I'm giving answers to it. Maybe that person didn't even hear me. Even sometimes I say something, I can't even hear what I'm saying, but I know that I'm saying something. Excuse me. No, truly, I say something sometimes, especially when I'm so tired and exhausted. I know that I said something, but I can't even hear what I said or what I'm saying. But I know that I'm saying something, especially when I'm very, very tired and exhausted. So now imagine, as an overthinker, I greeted somebody outside and the person did not answer. And I went through in my head and started thinking, see, this person hates me. Why will I greet this person and this person not respond? I wasted my time. Like, why would I even waste my time to even bother greeting this person? It might just be this person is not here, or this person is even deaf, he can't even hear you, or this person is living in his or her own small world that they don't even notice or see that you are here. We all live in our own small world that sometimes we don't even know if someone is existing. So when you overthink, like stop overthinking. Let me just say stop overthinking, because when you overthink stuff and take things personal, you're torturing yourself. Like you're giving yourself internal injury. You're giving yourself internal injury, you're torturing yourself, and you can make, because of this, you can go sick, because people say things to you and they trigger you, every little thing trigger you, because you go around thinking that stuff all day long, all month long, and later you realize that this is not what this person meant, but you'll be angry for this long because of this thing. Not because this person told you this thing directly, but because you assume it in your head and you gave proper answer to this assumption that yes, this is what this person meant. Stop overthinking it and stop overtaking it personally, and stop giving answers to wrong assumption. So before I go and before I recap, I'll say, don't forget, when you overthink things and take things personal, you are not true. When you overtake think things and take things personal, you assume things that are not true. And when you assume things that are not true, you overreact to things. You just react to things because you've already assumed and given those things answer, and because of this, it comes out verbally. You just overreact to things that you're not supposed to pay attention, even give your attention to, things that not even worth your time. You quarreling with someone, keeping malice with someone, or arguing with someone just because you think someone said something like this in your head, not because the person said the thing directly to you, but because in your head you've assumed it, and you start quarreling with this, and this affects marriages a lot. Please guys, if you overthink, listen to this video, watch this video again, start giving meanings to other things giving meanings to things that people say, and try as much as possible bring down your ego and ask always your partner, what do you mean by these words, what do you mean by these words, so that you don't get triggered and assume things that the other person didn't even mean, because this can destroy marriages. Like I said, can destroy your marriage, it can destroy your relationship with people. Always bring your ego down, politely ask, baby or sweetheart or friend, what do you mean by this word, so that person can give you an explanation on their own perspective, what they meant, without you giving answer to the thing that the person said, because you've assumed it and you think it's true, so that your relationship can be saved and your friendship. Because even apart from you destroying relationship or marriages, but you're tormenting yourself, you're torturing yourself, so you can always be happy, play on the right side, and know that, like, you know the answer without you giving the answer alternately to that assumption. So let me recap before we go. I said tips to help you stop overthinking, overreacting, take it is personal. One of them are question your internal narrative. Those internal narrative in your head, question them if they are truth, or if it's your God's feeling, or if it's your intuition trying to tell you something, without overthinking the thing or taking it personal. Like example, some things that trigger you, pause and ask yourself if these thoughts are accurate, or you're just the one assuming things. The other one say consider alternative explanation. If someone behaves to you wrongly, or someone cut you off on the roads, overtakes you, try to assume that, give another explanation to it, that this person is trying to go meet a wife in the hospital, they try to give birth. Give another explanation. Even those explanations will make you laugh and forget about what just happened, and without taking it personally. I think the words rotate around you. And the last one, I said, ask for clarification. Bring down your ego. Be calm. Be calm and ask politely, what do you mean by this word, so that you don't torture yourself, so that you get the perfect answer and what this person mean. So lovely. Thanks you for what did I say? Thanks you for thank you for watching this video to this time. Thank you for watching it on replay or joining me. Please leave me a red emoji if you watch this video to the end. I'll really appreciate it. See you tomorrow again on my next video. Don't forget that I got you. Like I got you. Yeah, I love you. Bye bye. Stay blessed. I'll see you tomorrow again. Peace.